Another guy, he's like everybody. One day, my son
Call the full county board meeting to order Tuesday, March 8th, 2016, 9 a.m. recess session. Call the roll, please.
Alt.
Here.
Anderson.
Present.
Barron.
Here.
Bill.
Present.
Crow. Curtis. Hanson.
Here.
Gasbargen.
Here.
Miles. Here. Joyce.
Here.
Crumwady.
Present.
Lamine.
Here.
Persley.
Present.
Raymond.
Present.
Schmidt.
Present.
Schultz.
No.
Shore.
Present.
Wadmer. Whitlow.
Here.
Newall.
Present. Name, prayer, please.
Our minister this morning is Reverend Carol Lang from the Zion United Church of Christ in Gilman. There she is. Let us pray. God of our ancestors and our descendants, you are our God. We feel that spring is in the air with warmer temperatures and rain coming. The planting season is approaching with the work and the promise it involves. We ask your blessings on the county during this coming growing season. We thank you for the blessings you have bestowed on us in the past and your promises to be with us always in our Lord and in your Spirit. We have been taught to keep your commandments by loving you and our neighbors. Grant the Iroquois County Board the grace and guidance of your Spirit during this meeting. God, you know people through and through. You know the choices we face each day. We often are called on to choose between right and wrong, between the greater and lesser options. Help people to make choices that serve your will. We pray, O God, that on the journey of life you will always be our companion and guide, and help us on your way. In the name of Jesus we pray. Amen.
Amen.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Motion to have the agenda in front of them. Motion to approve the agenda. Brett, second by Kevin. Any questions on the agenda? If none, all those in favor say aye. Opposed? Carried. We have a motion to approve the minutes of the February 9, 2016 recess session. Dan Joyce, Larry Haspard, and second. Any questions on the minutes? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Motion to approve the payroll as submitted. Mr. Crumwitty, is there a second? Jed Whitlow. Any questions on the payroll? Seeing none, clerk call the roll, please.
Anderson.
Yes?
Barron.
Yes.
Bill.
Yes.
Hanson.
Yeah.
Gasbargen.
Yes.
Miles.
Yeah.
Joyce.
Yeah.
Crumwady.
Yes.
Lamine.
Yes.
Persley.
Yes.
Raymond.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Schultz.
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Whitlow.
Yes.
Alt.
Yes.
Passes 16-0. Public comment. Sure.
I have a letter from a taxpayer in my district that I've been asked to read this morning. Addressed to our chairman, Mr. Anderson. It reads, please read this statement for me in the open comment section at the county board meeting. Recently, the nationwide TV media reported that the taxpayers of Illinois ranked second out of the 50 states for the highest taxes paid per taxpayer. The next statement was, for the past several months, Illinois has lost population at the rate of 6,000 people per month. We have a situation in county government that needs to be changed. County Treasurer and Tax Collector Mindy Kutzhagen decided that she didn't want to collect the dog tax even though it was part of the job description when she ran for the office. She blundered in the transfer to Watseka Animal Hospital. Taxpayers in the fringe areas of the county knew nothing about the changes. They're waiting for the notice in the mail so they can send in the tax. I am concerned because I saw an ad for a new hire to handle animal control work. This is Mrs. Hagan's job. Please don't hire another employee. The taxpayers cannot afford it. The options are Mrs. Hagan returns the dog tax job back to her office. 2, she resigns and saves her fat pension. 3, the county board takes legal action to remove her from office for failure to fulfill the job of tax collector and treasurer. She took an oath of office to do so when she was sworn in to serve. I am certain county government will survive without her and any of the 6,000 workers laid off to do the job. I would like my letter entered into the record of the meeting. It's signed Sue Brown, Gilman, Illinois.
Any other public comment? Yes.
My question would be why that person didn't come and address that personally.
Any other public comment? Hearing none.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Dale.
Just simply that I wish facts were correct when presented to the county board, if at all possible.
Any other public comment?
Just for the record, she never got paid to do that. That was not part of it. She agreed to, that was agreed to take, that wasn't a...
Any other public comment? Hearing none. Chairman's comment. To my comment back to the public comment, I suppose would be that comment, or the part that said the new hire, no other hire left. It wasn't like, I guess better, the point is there was no money affected by the general fund, no additional funds of the general fund was spent. And lateral move from an employee there to employee over here. So, again, in fact, to be straightened out a little bit. Outside organization report. Did you ask?
Yes, I do.
I sit on the 708 board for the mental health department, and they asked me that I read this letter to you from Kempen CPA Group, their auditors, excuse me, to whom it may concern. It has been our pleasure to provide auditing services for Iroquois Mental Health Center for the past 6 years. In our experience, the center has demonstrated the highest levels of integrity in providing mental health services to the people of Iroquois County. During its fiscal year ending June 30th, 2015, the center received payments totaling $574,000 from the Iroquois County 708 board. This funding represents approximately 28% of the center's total support and revenue. It plays a key role in enabling the center to efficiently provide quality mental services. With a total of 19,067 service hours provided by the mental health center during this fiscal year ending June 30th, 2015. The 708 board is funding these services at a cost of approximately $30.10 per hour, with a total of 3,028 individual clients served by the center during the fiscal year. The per client cost to the 708 board is approximately
$189.56 per appliance on an annual basis. As you can probably imagine, by far the largest cost involved in providing mental health services is the cost of employees and other professionals who provide them. So it is not surprising that over 73% of the total 708 board funding is used to cover these costs. For additional details with respect to the costs covered by the 708 board for the center year ending 2013-15, please refer to page 26 of the audit report, and I have the full audit report with me. If anyone would like to see any of that, I have it with me.
Ken?
Good morning. I'm Ken Barragreave. I'm the Executive Director of the Iroquois Economic Development Association. We are a non-profit, not a county committee, but we are supported in part by funds from the county. We recently had our IDA, we call ourselves IDA. We recently had our Board of Directors meeting on February 16th, and our guest speaker, I'm stepping back to a couple meetings ago. Our guest speaker was Tom Webster, who's the Code Enforcement Officer for Watsika. Tom came in, and this room right here, and we had a question and answer. He made a little presentation. We had a question and answer. It was enlightening for me. Everything's pretty black and white when it's all written down in a book. We couldn't really get a lot of gray areas out of it. It's pretty much black and white. But I think what I took away from the meeting was that it helps in how you originally present the things that need to be done. Most of the companies, big companies, I wish we had more big companies that we could deal with because they're ready for that kind of thing, but most of them come in knowing they've got to do certain things, and like I say, I took away from that meeting that if you present it positively as opposed to saying, well, you got to do this, or just present it like it is, most of them expect that. But we appreciate you coming in, and it was a kind of a lively discussion, but took away from us some good things. Well, since that meeting, Barb Davis represents Milford. She's from Milford. She represents Milford on our board, and she has since then taken on a personal project that may benefit some of the small businesses in the county. She is developing, I'm not actually sure that I could do it. I've been on Facebook, but it wears you out when you're, it seems to me when you're on there. But she's developing a Facebook page that will showcase some of the small businesses like vintage, antique, resale, flower, gift shops, places to eat, places to stay, that kind of thing. The, I don't know, more eclectic maybe. Her goal is to pursue potential visitors that come to the county, give them an overview of what is available. She said that she was inspired by her friend, I don't know Dorothea, but Dorothea Gaspar has a new shop in Milford called Vintage Boutique, and she was inspired somewhat by her. Barb said that small business owners invest so much time and energy into their business, but without publicity it's difficult for them to succeed. And she said, and it's a two-sided coin because we can help them and bring people to the area. She talked about there being an area on Gilbert Street in Danville that had become a mecca for pickers and antiquers and hunters of all those kind of things. And our version would not be, or her version, I guess, would not be limited to just one area or one street. She was doing it more on a county, was thinking of it more on a county-wide level. And so, if anybody knows of anything, that's the reason I'm presenting it. She'd like the list to include names of shops, vintage shops, antique shops, gift shops, resale shops, like I said, places to eat, mainly like places to eat or shops that are not chained, not national well-advertised operations. I guess we could use help spreading the word on that. If anybody here has anything that they'd like to list on there, anybody knows that you got some friends or whatever that you think it would help them to be listed on something like that. Barb said I could give you her email address, so if you want to drop her a note or something. Her email is fieldpup, just like it sounds, FIELDPUP, fieldpup@localnet.com. And I said, as we're promoting this, you might get inundated, and she said, inundate away, so she's ready. Another subject, I've been on the Iroquois Area Regional Delivery Service Board, well, their General Advisory Council, not board, representing the business community on there for a few years now. We recently had a business teacher advisory meeting. It was pretty interesting. Few business. There was only a couple, three of us business oriented, mostly teacher oriented. It was a great discussion. I think we can boil it down probably what our discussions were in maybe one sentence, that what do businesses want what do businesses want the students to be prepared for when they enter the job market? It seems kind of obvious, but as the questions came out, I think that maybe the teachers may have been a little bit surprised, but most of the comments were that they wanted the employees to have more practical skills and less theoretical skills. Other items were appearance, interviewing skills, people skills, basic educational skills, the old reading, writing, arithmetic stuff, and more occupational skills and training. And I guess what that means is everybody doesn't need to go to college. We need our welders and truck drivers and so on. After that meeting, a couple of teachers from Iroquois West, Cameron Stone and Kerry Miller, they had decided to create their own business advisory committee specifically for Iroquois West, and they asked if I was interested in serving on that committee, and I am anxious to work with them on that when they get the program underway. There can never be too much collaboration between the schools and the business community. We kind of go through this life hand in hand. I just mentioned we could use more truck drivers and things like that. I wanted to bring that up. They've over the old Apollo actually Hicks Plaza would probably be more recognizable. They're running a place called Fred's Fuel and Food over there now. They have struggled trying to keep things going, that they continue to try and work hard. They're having a driver job fair. They're calling it the first annual, but it's their first. They're going to have a driver's job fair out there. And if you know anybody that's looking for a job that might be thinking about that field, truck driving, or somebody that has a CDL and looking for a job, or fleet owners, I mean, they're really putting a lot of effort into it. They got a little flyer that I printed off, and it's finding jobs, meeting fleet representatives. It'll be set up for you to get a DOT physical at the fair. There should be some truck financing options and news about the industry in general. And I think hopefully it'll be a good day. That is, April 30th. Yeah, Saturday, April 30th is when that is going to take place. So again, help spread that a little bit. If you know anybody that might fit into that category, pass the word if you would, please. And beyond that, I mentioned a couple months ago, I said rumors in the coffee shops. I wrote down some things here that may be answers or explanations to some of the rumors. The latest that I know on Casey's is it's closed. It's not like it's going to fall through. They own the ground. It's a closed deal on that. But they are planning to break ground soon, maybe within the month. I tried to get a hold of somebody yesterday to get a little more confirmation, but I didn't hear back from them. There's a restaurant, small chain, I think they've got 3 other restaurants. Burgers and Beer, they've been, those around. Watsika, I know they looked at the old Monaco's building. Don't believe there's a decision been made on that. We got a lot of places to eat around. The former Bulls out there that was on the corner out there at the west end of town, that building has been sold. I think there was some slight damage for being closed during the cold months, so there's a little work to be done on it, but I'm not sure what they'll call it, but there'll be another new small restaurant in there soon. Rumor around town that's got a little leak to it that 2 of the longtime small banks in the county will be combining soon, so we'll see what happens there. The RP Lumber, when Capers originally moved out, I contacted 5 or 6 lumber yards, lumber operations, trying to find somebody to come in. Alexander's went directly to Peoples and worked with them, but I had contacted some other ones, and RP Lumber remained interested, and they are preparing soon to open up in the old Capers building out there. And there's 3 or 4 other businesses that are looking not to come into the area, but to expand, to find bigger quarters. So hopefully a bigger building means a few more jobs too. But thanks.
Kenny, is that Paris Metal, is that entity going now? Paris Metal?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm still waiting on my thank you from the state of Illinois. They turned us down on the money that we tried to loan to them, if you recall. What ended up happening is Lion Metal Products, as it's called now, they, I guess they liked the area. The buildings were there. I know we got along real well with them. They decided, even though we couldn't loan the money to them, to stay. And we were chastised for stealing jobs, pirating jobs from Paris, Illinois. Well, what ended up happening is they did well. In their first year, they did real well. Put a lot of things back together, refinanced the business, a lot of things. They ended up buying out their major competitor in Ohio, and in the process of doing that, they closed the plants over there. I don't think they owned the plants. I think they were leased plants. But anyway, they moved a bunch of production back here to Watsika, but they also moved a bunch of production to Paris, so they didn't close that plant down there. So in the process of us trying to pirate their jobs, we helped save their plant. So it just, sometimes it works out.
Tim?
I was told last week by one of the contractors on that Casey's building.
Yes.
They moved that back supposedly to June 1st.
Oh, have you?
Groundbreaking. They're building one up in either Mantine or Old Mounts first.
Yeah, I tried to, like I said, I tried to call them, and I didn't hear back from them yet, so I
That's
wasn't
one of the guys got in bed for working that.
Right.
And he called me about it.
So it's a couple months maybe yet down the road before they think about it. I still like to see them stay on Main Street.
Ken, do you know anything about the Heartland spot out there?
No, I really don't. They pretty much moved the spa itself up to, what's the lake in Wisconsin? Yeah, Lake Geneva. They've pretty much moved that up there entirely, and they were talking that it was going to be some kind of a rehab place, but I don't know what's
I heard
going
that
on.
the rehab was supposed to open mid-April.
Did you?
Well, Ken,
I don't know.
I do personally know that they've hired employees, so
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
I think that means that they're moving ahead.
Sounds good. Sounds good. They'll probably be needing jobs. I haven't dealt with them.
Supposed to be room for 32 people.
It's good. It actually, it would be a shame to see it go down.
Yeah.
My wife used to work out there. She was an office manager out there, and it's a nice place, beautiful place. It'd be a shame to see it go down. What they use it for, rehab, I mean, there's plenty of that needed.
I'd just like to toot Barb Davis's horn a little bit more. Barb's got a strong business background that Field Pup, her deceased husband, started that cottage industry and was quite successful in building those, I don't know what they haul fuel. Anyway, and she's been instrumental in our market, Saturday morning market, farmer's market thing, and just from a personal aspect, I think it's a good idea, although it's a small idea, but groups of women that I know, like our Questers we target areas where there's more than one shop. We target them. And if there's a conference or something like that, it's usually in a town or someplace where after the meeting you can shop in a cluster of places. So I applaud her efforts.
Yeah.
And she's a smart gal.
Yep, Barb's aggressive. She'll probably be president of my organization next year, so I'm going to have to shake off.
All right.
Any other questions for Kim? Good. Any other outside organization report? Seeing none. On policy? Members of the county board, your committee that is the preferred policy and procedure where they leave to submit the following report on the matters before them. The committee met at the Administrative Center on March 4, 2016 at 10:45 a.m. Members present were Anderson, Raymond, Hanson, Bills, Schurz, Schultz, and Burns. For a term Liddy was active. Also present, Finance Director Anita Speckman, 911 Director Nida Dugal, Treasurer Mindy Kintagan, Sheriff Derek Hagan, County Engineer Joel Moore, ICPHD Administrator D. Shippert, ESDA Director Eric Safety, County Board members Charlie Alt, Donna Crow, and Larry Halfbergen, Wendy Davis with the Times Republic. The meeting was called to order. There were no public comments. The committee chairs gave their monthly reports. Planning and Zoning Chairman Dan Raymond reviewed the monthly office report with the committee and also held discussion on easements. Highway Chairman Russell Bill stated the Highway Committee approved an agreement for bridge inspections and also approved the ADA transition plan. Finance Chairman Kevin Hansen reported Hope Wheeler with Clifton Larson Allen was in attendance to review the FY15 audit. Management Chairman Lyle Barons and the Management Committee reviewed reports from the maintenance supervisors. Tax Chairman Dale Schultz and Tax Committee received their normal monthly reports and also approved the listing of polling places. The Health Committee received a monthly report from the Iroquois County Public Health Department. Judicial Chairman John Schur reported normal reports were received and also noted Sheriff Derek Hagan mentioned the piping project in the jail is underway. As the Director Eric Stacey reported the hazardous material report has been approved. The Governor has requested FEMA declaration for the county. Stacey said the county needs an approved hazardous mitigation plan in place. We have one, but it expires soon. There will be an LEPC meeting March 8th at 2 p.m. Also, the National Weather Service is holding a weather spotter training on March 15th at 7 p.m. at the Waseca Fire Department. County Board Chairman Anderson said he will meet with State Attorney Jim Devine regarding dates for the ECSB appointment. The committee discussed revisions to the personnel policy. Schultz and Schur provided their own revisions for the committee to review prior to the meeting. It was moved by Barons and seconded by Raymond to approve revisions to the personnel policy as suggested by Dale Schultz as follows. Regular full-time employees scheduled 35 or more hours per week shall be awarded vacation time as of their anniversary date of employment based on their status and length of service. Full-time employees will receive vacation based on following days. After first anniversary date, 10 working days each year. After 8th anniversary date, 15 working days each year. After 15th anniversary date, 20 working days each year. A revision was also made to change received vacation time to awarded vacation time per John Schur's suggestion. Roll call vote was taken, motion carried. The committee reviewed claims. It was moved by Schultz and seconded by Bills to pay the bills subject to county board approval. Roll call vote was taken, motion carried. Under old business, Anderson informed the committee of the new hire in the Animal Control Office. Anderson says she has discovered 4 overpayments from customers that will need to be reimbursed. Claims are being prepared and will be ready for approval at the full board meeting. As there was no further business to come before the committee, it was moved by Hanson and seconded by Raymond to adjourn at 11:04 a.m., all of which is expectedly submitted and signed by all members present, and I move for its adoption. For a second. Chairman Hanson, second. Questions on the policy? Eric?
Just a slight change, Chairman. Hazardous material report is actually the hazardous material response plan. That's it.
Any other questions, comments, concerns? Seeing none, let's call the roll, please.
Barron.
Yes.
Bill.
Yes.
Crow.
Yes.
Hanson.
Yes.
Halfbargen.
Yes.
Kyle. Yes. Joyce.
Yes. Crumweedy.
Yes.
Lamine.
Yes.
Persley.
Yes.
Raymond.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Schultz.
Yeah.
Shore.
Yes.
Whitlow.
Yes.
Alt.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes. Passes 17-0. Next up, Finance Committee, Mr. Hanson.
Mr. Chairman, member of the county board, members of the county board, your committee to and refer to finance executive submit the following report on the matters before them. Your committee met at the Administrative Center on March 3rd, 2016 at 9 a.m. Members present, Kevin Hansen, Brett Smith, Charlie Alt, Russell Groves, Ernie Curtis, and Dan Raymond were absent. Also present was County Board Chairman Kyle Anderson, Finance Director Anita Speckman, Supervisor of Assessment Bob Yergler, 911 Director Nida Dugal, Treasurer Mindy Coon-Sagan, County Engineer Joel Moore, County Board Members Larry Ashbarton, Hope Wheeler, Iowa Grady of Clifton, Larson, Allen, Susie Werner of Homestar Insurance Services, Johnny Schultz, Shoulder Insurance, and Wendy Davis of the Times Republic. The meeting was called to order. There was no public comments. Randy Schultz, Shoulder Insurance, reported to receive workers' compensation audit, and the county will be receiving a $4,600 credit. Hope Wheeler with Clifton, Larson, Allen brought drafts of the fiscal year 15 audit to the committee. She also included a summary to review with the committee members. Department heads gave their monthly reports. They are as follows. Treasurer Mindy Coons-Hagan provided a report of state payments and stated no income tax was received for February, but we did receive salary reimbursements. County Engineer Joel Moore told the committee the rescheduled maintenance letting will be held on March 16th. There were no updates on the bunk loan. Hagan said she and State's Attorney Jim Devine, she spoke with State's Attorney Jim Devine, and he has been in touch with the bunks. The committee reviewed the claims. Finance Director Anita Speckman submitted a claim payable to Clifton Larson Allen for audit services and asked for its approval as well. It was moved by Charlie and Alt and seconded by Brad Smith to pay the bills along with the claim to Clifton Larson Allen, subject to county board approval. Full call vote was taken, motion carried. As there was no further business to come before the committee, it was moved by Bills and seconded by Smith to adjourn at 9:42 a.m. Motion was carried by voice vote, all of which is respectively submitted, and I move to adopt.
Motion on the floor to accept the Finance Committee report. Is there a second? Mr. Bill. Any questions on the Finance report?
Just the audit is final and it's on, posted for review, so anybody wants to look at it.
Other questions? Call the roll, please.
Bill.
Yes.
Crow.
Yes.
Hanson. Halfbargen.
Yes.
Isles.
Yes.
Joyce.
Yeah.
Crumweedy.
Yes.
Lamine.
Yes.
Persley.
Yes.
Raymond.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Schultz.
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Whitlow.
Yes.
Alt.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Barron.
Yes.
Motion passes 17-0. Next up, Mr. Barron, Management Committee.
Mr. Chairman, the members of the County Board, your committee to whom was referred management services would beg leave to submit the following report on matters before them. Your committee met at the Administrative Center on February 29, 2016 at 9 a.m. Members present were Barron, Crow, Schur, Dumo, Alt, Ashbargen, and Joyce. Also present, Finance Director Anita Speckman, State Attorney Jim Devine, Maintenance Supervisor Clyde Minton, and Larry Fancy. The meeting was called to order. There were no public comments. Finance Director Anita Speckman said that the AT&T contract will be discussed further in May, 60 days prior to the renewal in June. Maintenance Supervisor Clyde Minton reported on the phone. CNC Plumbing was on site for maintenance on boiler number 1. Waukeka Sign made necessary signage changes to the animal control office door. Slagle completed the patches to the roof. The letter was received from Iroquois Print stating that the sign in front of the maintenance
or in front of the administrative center will be installed next month. Maintenance supervisor Larry Sankey reported on the following. The elevator and dumbwaiter have passed inspection and are now certified. The installation in the jail has been removed along with the asbestos. Line Wise was here to do their inspection of the roof and provided us with a warranty. The committee reviewed the claims. It was moved by Charlie Alton, seconded by Adam Dumal to pay the bill subject to county board approval. Motion carried by a roll call vote. Under old business, State Attorney Jim Devine said he had spoken to a board member of the Waukegan Park District regarding the county's position as to why they were saying no to the agreement contract. He gave his legal opinion and stated he still doesn't think it's in the county's best interest to enter into the contract. It was moved by Dan Joyce and seconded by Larry Hathaway to adjourn the meeting at 9:20 a.m. Motion carried by a voice vote, all of which is respectfully submitted, and I move for its adoption. The motion on the floor to accept the management committee report. Is there a second? Crowell. Any questions? Seeing none, call the roll, please.
Crowe. Hanson. Hathaway.
Yes.
Hiles.
Yes.
Joyce.
Yes.
Crumweedy.
Yes.
Lemay.
Yes.
Persley.
Yes.
Raymond. Schmidt.
Yes.
Schultz.
Yes.
Schuer.
Yes.
Whitlow.
Yes.
Hall.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Barron.
Yes.
Bill.
Yes.
After 17-0, next up, Mr. Schultz, tax committee, please.
Mr. Chairman, members of the county board, your committee to whom is referred tax would beg leave to submit the following report minutes before them. Your committee met at the Administrative Center on March 1st, 2016 at 9 a.m. Members present were Schultz, Crumweedy, Schmidt, Whitlow, and Persley. Also present, County Board Chairman Kyle Anderson, County Clerk Lisa Fancher, Finance Director Anita Speckman, Treasurer Mindy Coons-Hagen, Supervisor of Assessments Bob Yergler, ICPHD Administrator D. Shipper, Animal Control Director Dr. Youssef, County Board members Larry Hasbargen and Gene Isles, and Wendy Davis with the Times Republic. The meeting was called to order. The committee reviewed the claims. It was moved by Brett Schmidt and seconded by Dan Persley to pay the bills subject to county board approval. Motion carried by a voice vote. There were no public comments. The department heads gave their monthly reports. County Clerk Lisa Fancher reported her department is preparing for the upcoming election. All devices have to be tested and election judge classes are being held Thursday and Friday. Early voting and vote by mail is underway. Supervisor of Assessments Bob Yergler said he is hoping to roll to the new year this week. Animal Control Director Dr. Youssef gave his report for February. There were 8 dogs picked up, 3 dog bites, and 1 cat bite. Fancher presented a list of polling places to be approved by the committee, stating that there have been 2 location changes. It was moved by Jed Whitlow and seconded by Troy Crumweedy to approve the permanent polling place assignment list. Motion carried by a voice vote. As there was no further business to come before the committee, it was moved by Crumweedy and seconded by Schmidt to adjourn the meeting at 9:11 a.m. Motion carried by a voice vote. All of which is respectfully submitted, signed by all members present, and I move for its adoption.
Motion on the floor to accept the tax committee report. Is there a second? Mr. Crumweedy? Any questions? None. Call the roll, please.
Hanson.
Yes.
Hathaway.
Yes.
Hiles. Joyce. Crumweedy.
Yes.
Lemay.
Yes.
Persley.
Yes.
Raymond.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Schultz.
Yes.
Schuer.
Yes.
Whitlow.
Yes.
Hall.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Barron.
Yes.
Bill.
Yes.
Crowe.
Yes.
17-0 also, Health Committee, Mr. Crumweedy, please.
Mr. Chairman and members of the county board, your committee to whom was referred health would beg leave to submit the following report on the matters before them. Your committee met at the Administrative Center on March 1st, 2016 at 9:30 a.m. Members present were Crumweedy, Schultz, Schmidt, Whitlow, and Persley. Also present, County Board Chairman Kyle Anderson, CPHD Administrator D. Shippert, and County Board members Hacksbarger, Hiles, and also Wendy Davis at the Times Republic. The meeting was called to order. There were no public comments. ICPHD Administrator D. Shippert distributed a summary report of activities for community and school health programs, environmental and senior programs. Shippert reviewed the environmental health section stating there were 22 re-inspections. Last month, Shippert provided a chart with services that are contracted to the Iroquois Memorial Hospital. Shippert said she met with Iroquois Memorial Hospital regarding the financials, and they have specific plans in place for these programs. Shippert also noted their numbers for January did come in higher. Shippert updated the committee on the amount owed to the health department by the state. The current amount is $222,285.17. As there was no further business to come before the committee, it was moved by Dale Schultz and seconded by Dan Herzig to adjourn at 9:49 a.m., all of which is respectfully submitted, signed by all members present, and I move for its adoption.
Motion on the floor to accept the Health Committee report. Is there a second? Dale Schultz. Any questions on the health report?
I have a question.
Yes, Margie.
I've had some constituents asking me about the article in the paper about $200,000 that the state owes the health department, and they wanted to know how we're paying our personnel and are we going to close anything.
Dee, you want to handle that?
We are not anticipating any layoffs or closures. Many of the health state, over 50% of the health departments in the state of Illinois are either doing reduced business hours, laying off staff, or furlough days, or are cutting specific programs. Right now, we are not in a financial situation where we have to do that. So we are very fortunate. We anticipated this and have been planning for it and have made appropriate adjustments as far as mileage and training and other ways to reduce costs. While that being said, our revenue is a little bit better than I had anticipated or expected. So we do not anticipate in having to decrease any services to any county residents at this time. We'll see how long the budget impasse lasts.
Any other
If we
questions?
can outlast that.
If none, clerk call it roll, please.
Hacksbarger.
Yes.
Hiles.
Yes.
Joyce.
Yes.
Fromedy.
Yes.
Lemay.
Yes.
Hersley.
Yes.
Raymond.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Schultz.
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Whitlow.
Yes.
Hall.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Barron.
Yes.
Bill.
Yes.
Crow.
Yes.
Hanson.
17-0. Next up, Mr. Scher, Additional Public Safety.
Mr. Chairman and members of the County Board, your committee to whom it refers, Judicial and Public Safety, would beg leave to submit the following report on the matters before them. Your committee met at the courthouse on March 2nd, 2016 at 3 p.m. Members present were Scher, Barron, Crow, Hiles, Lemay, and Whitlow. Ernie Curtis was absent. Also present, Sheriff Derek Hagan, Probation Supervisor Barb King, Circuit Clerk Lisa Hines, Judge James Kinzer, 911 Director Nida Duple, and Wendy Davis with the Times Republic. The meeting was called to order. There were no public comments. Judge James Kinzer reported translation is working well over the phone and the cost is low. Probation Supervisor Barb King provided a probation and court services activity report for February 2016 as follows. Adult Division caseload, new admission 7, general caseload clients totals 144, pretrial services clients 1, sex offender clients adult only 34, cases closed 6, caseload totals 189, investigation reports 8, GPS monitoring 1. Juvenile Division caseload, new admissions 5, pretrial pending clients 10, cases closed 3, Caseload totals 81, detention screenings completed 1, juveniles detained 0. Department monthly year-to-date total client contacts successful 438. Excuse me. Total urinalysis and blood alcohol test 7. Sheriff Derek Hagan's monthly report for February included: Patrol had 483 calls for service for the month of February. Year-to-date calls for service 910, 4% more than 2015. Booked in 47 prisoners for the month of February. Year-to-date booked in 107. Average daily population in February 17. Average length of stay for February 26 days. Year-to-date average population 20. Year-to-date average length of stay 21 days. Overtime in the jail for February was 136 hours on the schedule. Part-time corrections was 0. Deputy still off on workers' compensation. He received a letter from attorney that the lawsuit was dismissed on February 23rd. The capital improvement project to replace the water lines in the jail is underway. Circuit Clerk Lisa Hines distributed her monthly report to the committee for review. Hines stated credit collection partners collected $7,419.56 in February, and just over $73,000 was collected in the Circuit Clerk's office for fees. 911 Director Nida Duble's ETSP report for February was reviewed as follows. Total calls for service, 1,865. Police, 1,104. Fire, 107. Ambulance, 379 with 243 change of quarters. Coroner, 23. Animal Control, 9. Last month, 16% of 911 calls received were landline and 84% were wireless, with a total of 1,316 911 calls received. There were 3,402 non-emergency calls received. Telecommunicators worked 196.5 hours overtime in February. Director worked 52 hours. Telecommunicator in training. The committee reviewed the claims. It was moved by Judd Whitlow and seconded by Gene Hiles to pay the claims subject to county board approval. A roll call vote was taken. Motion carried. As there was no further business to come before the committee, it was moved by Lyle Behrens and seconded by Vince Lamine to adjourn the meeting at 3:22 p.m. Motion carried by a voice vote, all of which is respectfully submitted, signed by all members present, and I move to its adoption.
Motion on the floor, accept the additional public safety committee report. Is there a second? Second, Lamine. Questions?
Telecommunicators overtime, does that due to the lack of help or people calling off work, or what causes this overtime?
Well, it's probably a combination of all those things. There's a telecommunicator in training right now, and when that telecommunicator comes on board, that number will be reduced considerably.
But she also stated that when that communicator comes on is when there's going to be a lot of vacations coming up, so that number may not change that much.
Correct. And that contributes to it. 6 people off on 6 times personal days, which is kind of normal.
No questions? Seeing none, call the roll, please.
Kyle.
Yes.
Joyce.
Yes.
Crumley.
Yes.
Lamine.
Yes.
Persley.
Yes.
Raymond.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Schultz.
Yes.
Stewart.
Yes.
Whitlow.
Yes.
Hall.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Behrens.
Oh, yes.
Bill.
Yes.
Crow.
Yes.
Hanson.
Yeah.
Caspar.
Yes.
Passes 7-0. Mr. Raymond, planning and zoning.
Mr. Chairman and members of the county board, your committee to whom is referred planning and zoning would beg leave to submit the following report on the matters before them. Your committee met at the Administrative Center on March 4th, 2016 at 10:15 a.m. Members present were Raymond, Dumo, Scher, and Joyce. Curtis and Crimwady were absent. Also present, County Board Chairman Kyle Anderson, Supervisor of Assessment Bob Yergler, County Board members Charlie Alt and Larry Haspargan, and Wendy Davis from the Times Republic.
Turn it off.
The meeting was called to order. There were no public comment. Committee reviewed the Planning and Zoning Office report for February. It reads as follows. Building permit, February 2016, agriculture 1, residential 3. Building permits fiscal year 16, residential 6, agriculture 2. Building inspections February 2016, 28. Yerkler said he has started discussions with inspectors to see if we want to update and adopt new building codes, as ours are 4 years old. Discussions have also begun with Yerkler, State's Attorney Jim Devine, and EDF about running transmission lines from Fort County to hook up to the transmission lines in Kankakee County. They want to run across several parcels in Iroquois County. Devine says it's possible they will need to apply for a variance. The committee reviewed the claims. It was moved by John Schur and seconded by Dan Joyce to pay the bill subject to county board approval. A roll call vote was taken. Motion carried. Under new business, Joyce suggested the committee look into easements in the county. He said after a recent personal encounter, it appears there are hundreds of easements between individuals and utility companies that have been recorded that have not been recorded. Raymond said the best place to start is with Devine. As there was no further business to come before the committee, the meeting was adjourned at 10:27 a.m., all of which is respectfully submitted, signed by members present with the exception of Evans and Wall. And I move for its adoption.
Motion on the floor to the Planning and Zoning Committee, second Charlie Alt. Any questions? Seeing none, call the roll please.
Joyce.
Yes.
Crumley.
Yes.
Lemay.
Yes.
Hursley.
Yes.
Raymond.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Schultz.
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Whitlow.
Yes.
Alt.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Barron.
Yes.
Bill. Crow.
Yes.
Hanson.
Yes.
Hasbargen.
Yes.
Heil.
Yes.
Item 17 is written. Next up, Transportation Highway, Mr. Bill.
Mr. Chairman, members of the county board, the committee approved and referred Transportation Highway to Begley Smith. The following report on matters for them. The board committee met at Iroquois County Highway Building on February 5th, 2016 at 9 a.m. Members present were Bill, Alt, Hanson, Schultz, Crow, and Larry Hasbargen. Gene House was absent. Also present, County Engineer Bill Moore, Lovejoy Township Road Commissioner Bob Curtis, and Fountain Creek Road Commissioner Aaron Knapp. The meeting was called to order. There was no public comment. The claims and financial reports for the month were reviewed. It was moved by Bill Schultz and seconded by Kevin Hanson to pay the bill subject to county board approval. A roll call vote was taken. That motion carried. County highway was $68,186. After now the county bridge, county matching was $18,364. After now the township bridge, county motor fuel tax was $23,653. Township motor fuel tax was $3,750. Moore presented a local agency agreement for federal participation for Bryce Road. The grant was received for approximately $600,000. Federal funds for $1.8 million with a total project cost of $2.28 million. The project will cover Woodland Road to Millbridge Road. It was moved by Donna Crow and seconded by Charles Hall to accept the local agency agreement for federal participation in the Bryce Road County Highway 44. Motion carried by voice vote. The preliminary agreement for the NBIS, which is the National Bridge Inspection Systems, was discussed. Moore said there was 195 bridges to be inspected for a total cost not to exceed $38,000.
It was moved by Hanson, seconded by Hashbarger to approve the preliminary engineering agreement for the NDIS bridge inspection. Motion carried by voice vote. Morris spoke about the ADA transmission plan. He also told the committee no changes have been made since last month's meeting. The plan does need to be revised every 5 years and updated if necessary. It was moved by Hashbarger and seconded by Schultz to approve the ADA transition plan. Motion carried by voice vote. Due to the county office being closed on February the 24th for the weather-related reason, the maintenance letting was canceled and is now being held on March 16th at 9 a.m. Also, there was no further business to come before the committee, it was moved by Hanson and seconded by Hall to adjourn at 9:50 a.m. That motion carries. Which is respectfully submitted, signed by all members present and more, and I would move to the adoption of this report.
Votes on board except for Transportation and Highway Committee report. Is there a second? Charlie Alt. Question. Question, Joel, the 16th, you're going to have the letting, and then the 24th is when you're looking for the special board meeting. We will end up having a special county board meeting. If you want to touch.
Yeah, otherwise, it's almost 3 weeks later before we can award it, which means especially the trucking outfits for the aggregate for the chip and seal will be over a month behind. So we really need to get that approved so they can start hauling stockpile in.
That being said, I have a schedule up here, we need 7 signatures to hold that meeting. We'll probably try to do on the policy committee, but maybe have policy right after that. It would be a week early, but I know it's just any other questions on transportation and highway? Seeing none, clerk call the roll, please.
Crumley.
Yes.
Lemay.
Yes.
Hursley.
Yes.
Raymond.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Schultz. Shore. Whitlow.
Yes.
Hall.
Yes.
Anderson. Barron.
Yes.
Bill.
Yes.
Crow.
Yes.
Hanson.
Yes.
Hashbarger.
Yes.
Isles.
Yes.
Joyce.
Passes 17-0. Everybody should have our claims list in front of them, which also on page that includes the report that we talked about for the animal control. So we know that total, the four of them total $135. Motion to approve the claim. John Sure, is there a second? And any questions? Seeing none, clerk call the roll, please.
Lemay.
Yes.
Hursley.
Yes.
Raymond.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Schultz.
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Whitlow.
Yes.
Alt.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Barron.
Yes.
Bill.
Yes.
Crow.
Yes.
Hanson.
Yes.
Hashbarger. Isles.
Yes.
Joyce.
Yes.
Crumley.
Yes.
17-0. Motion to approve the appointments. Kevin Hanson is the second, Jed Whitlow. We have 1 drainage and 6 fire protection. Any questions on the appointment? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Any old business? Seeing none, any new business? We have a motion, Dale? You got new business?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Mr. Chairman
Yes, Mr. Cole.
and members of the county board, I have finally accepted the fact that for one reason or another, none of which are health-related, I am unable to fulfill my duties as committee chair to standards I feel are necessary. I am therefore resigning my committee chairman position and my committee vice chairman positions effective immediately. I shall continue to serve as a member of the committees on tax, health, IT, and highway, and as appointee to the ICANN Joint Education Committee unless the board chairman wants to change those. Sincerely, Dale Schultz, member, Fairport County Board.
Other new business? Motion to adjourn. Brian Hanson, seconded by Charlie Alt. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Adjourned.